Good morning. It's Thursday morning, everybody, and we are stretching using a stick. If you were to go on YouTube and type in the search engine stick mobility, there's a ton of different exercises and stretches using a stick, although they've got sticks that are super high, like 6 feet or more. And they also kind of have a bend and a flex to them, but we'll just use a dowel, a plain old dowel, or a mop, or a broom handle, or PVC pipe, just whatever you've got around the house, maybe even a cane, a walking cane will do, but just something that we can hold on to, and this is going to help open up our shoulders. Today we're going to focus on shoulder flexibility and mobility. But before we do that, we are going to use a band to do some posture, rounded shoulder correction exercises. We're going to do the same one we did yesterday, so if you happen to miss it, you get a chance today to do it. And then we'll do our 2-minute squats. I want to know how many of you actually got ginger and have been drinking the ginger tea. I just grated some fresh this morning, and I have a French press for coffee. Typically I'll use it for coffee, but I put all that ginger, all that grated ginger in there, poured boiling water over it, let it steep for, well, a really long time. And then I came and just now pushed down the little strainer so it kind of just squishes all that stuff to the bottom, and then what's left is just the tea. So now I have a nice cup of hot ginger tea. So when you drink it, and I'm just going to take a sip right here, it's just like, it feels like warmth going down, and it just warms the entire body. It's just I like it. It's a sensation that feels good, just makes you feel alive, feels like the blood is flowing and circulating and opening up all those blood vessels, and it feels good on your throat, feels good everywhere. Plus, we know it's good for you because it's a natural anti-inflammatory. So if you've got any arthritis or any inflammation in your body that presents itself in some other way, this is an excellent way to help combat that, as opposed to a ton of ibuprofen, which I used to do and still do sometimes, but I'm trying to not do that and try and use natural therapies. Whew. It just feels hot going down. Okay, who is here? Is anybody here in the house today? So let's start first with our shoulder exercise. So if you've got a loop, you're just going to come through it and let it come right below the elbows. If you don't have a loop, you can just simply hold on to a band here like this, and do what we're going to do. But I like kind of using the loop because then I don't have to hold. Okay, so those elbows are going to be even with the shoulders here, palms kind of facing me, and then when I open up and pull it right across the chest, really it's coming more to my neck. Then the hands kind of face out that way, so it's inhale together, exhale open. Inhale breath, exhale pulling back, and every time you're pulling back here, you're thinking about retracting the shoulder blades, making a crease in that upper back. Exhale, pull, inhale, release, and pull it back. Make sure your shoulders are down and that they're not hiked up towards your ears when you're doing this. Exhale, pull, inhale, release. Okay, let's go 10 more slowly. Inhale, exhale, 9. And 6. And then exhale, 5. Inhale, exhale, 4 more. Inhale, exhale, 3. 2. One more time. Now hold it back here. Hold it here. Let's do fast little presses. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, 2. Hold it back on 1. Pull, 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 pull. And then release. And then relax those arms down. Big giant shoulder roll around to the back. Shoulders coming up high to the ears. Pull them back, drop them down. Up high, pull them back, drop them down. Good. So now if you've got one of these and you're around the house a lot of the time during the day, if you're not back out at the office working, this should be laying around where you can see it, and every time you walk by it, just do 10 of those. Every now and then it's good to just wake up those muscles on the backside, especially if you've been sitting over a laptop or your desktop on a keyboard. We want to just counter all of that forward roundedness into openness. Okay, so let's do our squats. It's going to be a 2-minute set, holding whatever weights you've got. I'm going to hold my 20s. And on your marks, get set. And then here we go. Shoulders are back and down, tail drops down, abdominal muscles firm, eyes looking straight ahead. Let's go. Squats, stand it up, inhale on the down, exhale on the up. Now if it bothers your knees, you just don't go down as far, or you can do a wall sit. Just put your back up against the wall, slide down a little bit, stay there and contract those quads. Inhale breath, exhale, stand it up. Now let's slow it on the way down. So we're going to go down for 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom and then stand it up swiftly. Again, slowly down 4, 3, 2, hold it there at the bottom and then stand up swift. Again, 2 more just like that. Inhale down. Hold it there, exhale it up. Last time like that. Inhale down 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and then stand it up. And let's go slow down, 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 down. Hold it there. Pulse at the bottom. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Whew. 3 singles in a row. Down, up 3. Down, up 2. Down, up 1. Go down and pulse at 8 again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. 3 singles in a row. Down, up for 3. Inhale, exhale 2. And then one more time for the 8 count pulse. Let's do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up and then finish it up. 3 singles in a row. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Whew. Yeah. Alrighty. Drop your dumbbells. Kick it out. Shake it out. All right. Just get nice and loose. Okay. Get your stick. We're going to be using a stick today to stretch it out. We're going to start standing up using the stick, just doing some shoulder mobility exercises. And again, if you tuned in a little late, what I would recommend doing is, if you want, go to, because certainly I'm not the only resource in the world, there are just a ton of great resources out there. But if you go to YouTube and type in their search engine, stick mobility, you will find a plethora of videos showing you how to use the stick. And of course, their sticks, they've got 3 different heights. Sometimes they might be using a really tall one. I think it's about 6 feet or more height. But it's also flexible, has a little bit of give, a little bit of bend. But just a solid dowel, broomstick, PVC pipe will do for now. All right, is it time? We'll just give everybody a little bit more time to log in. It's almost 9 o'clock. I think I'll have a sip of my ginger tea. Have y'all been drinking ginger tea? Let me know how that's going. Somebody did show me that they found at Sprouts, if you are in the Metroplex in the area, I don't know if other stores have this around the country, probably so, but at Sprouts there's a container of organic washed ginger roots. a lot of them. In fact, a friend here in the group brought some over the other night, and we made some. I showed her how I made my tea, you know, how I grate it and put the yerba mate in there, the ginseng, the cranberry, the stevia, all that good stuff. But this is just plain ginger here this morning. I'm telling you, it just feels like warmth going down. It feels like health, like I'm drinking health. It's amazing. Okay, so let's start with the stick, shall we? Get right into it with some shoulder work. So I want you to hold the stick about that wide. I don't know how long your stick is, but if it's about like that, try to get at the very outer edges, outer ends of it. And then stand with your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Let's take a big inhale breath. Arms reaching up, eyes up. And then exhale breath, come down, and then bend the knees, kind of press it against the hips here, and it's like you're pushing your arms back that way. So you're engaging the muscles on the posterior side of your body. Inhale breath, straight legs, eyes up, inhale. And then exhale breath, tuck the tail, bend the knees, squeeze your abdominals, push against the thighs. So your arms are trying to press back. Again, inhale breath up. And then exhale breath, rounding down. Stick comes right across the hips. So you can see if you had that stick that has a little flexibility in it, you know, you kind of get a little bit of feedback that you're doing it, because it would flex a bit across those hips. Let's do two more. Inhale breath up. Try to let those arms drift back behind you some if you can. And then exhale breath, scoop the belly, tuck the chin to the chest, press against the quads. One more time. Inhale breath up and back. And then exhale breath down. Inhale breath up. Exhale, bend the elbows, try to bring that stick behind your head here. Now if that's difficult for you to do, you can just bring it here in front, but just know that you want to get eventually to where you're flexible enough that you're able to bring that stick down behind the head comfortably. Now if it's painful, don't try to force it. Inhale breath up. Again, exhale, draw those elbows down. It's like you're doing a lat pull down, and just let it kind of rest right across those traps. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, breath, pull down. Two more times. Inhale, reaching those arms straight up. And then exhale, pull down. Inhale up. And then exhale, pull down. Good. Now just turn to the right. So I'm going to kind of push with this hand, which is going to force that right hand to go back, opening up the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, I'm going to twist, rotate to the left. So I'm going to be pushing as best as I can with that right hand, and that's automatically going to pull that left arm back behind me. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate right. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale. And then exhale, twist right. Inhale, breath. Keep your legs straight. Exhale, try to keep your hips forwards as best as you can. One more each way. Inhale, breath. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. And then exhale, turn to your left. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands a little bit closer together here, so maybe about shoulder width apart. And then all you're going to do is take the right hand, underhand, and then just grab same spot. And you're going to go over and then under. So the right hand comes up and over the top, so you kind of make this X, and then you're going to go under. So over and under for 8 more. 7, 6. So the arms are straight out in front of your shoulders. And then 4. And then 3. And then 2. And then 1. Good. Now let's just switch it. So right hand comes over the top there. Left hand comes under. Again, shoulder width apart. Left hand comes up and over the top. Make that X. And then under. Over. And then under. Over and under. Here we go. It's 8. 7. 6. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. One more time. Good. And then back here, we're going to stretch those arms out nice and wide. So here, I want you to use this left hand to kind of push up. And this arm is just simply hanging onto the top, going for a ride, basically. So it's inhale, breath, stretch it up. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, breath up. And down. Inhale up. And down. Let's go 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. Good job. 2 more times. Push up. And then 1 more time. Push it up. Hold it here. Good. And then just come down. A couple of little shoulder rolls to the back, and we'll do the other side. So now that right hand is going to be pushing up and letting this left arm just get a good stretch as it kind of hangs onto the top here and goes for a ride. Ready? So we're going to inhale, breath, stretch that arm up. You should feel that stretch come all the way into the lats and into that lateral torso. And down. It's up and down. Inhale. Let's go 4 more. Here we go. Up and down. 3. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Hold it up here. Push, push, push with that right hand. Push, push. And then bring it down. Good. Now bring the stick behind the buttocks. Hands are facing the body that way. And let's open it up just a little bit. So all we're going to do is just lift the arms away from the buttocks here and then back to the hips. So push those arms back for 10. Inhale. 9, 8, 7, 6. Here we go. 5. Push back. 4. Open up that chest. 3, 2, 1 more time. Hold it here. Now bend the knees and melt the belly forwards. Allow the arms just to fall over in front. Let your head be heavy. Breathe. Nice long inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Now slowly lower the arms down. Lift the head up and stand all the way up. Good. Now bring the stick around in front. Grab the very outer edges here. We're going to do what's called shoulder dislocation. I know that sounds horrible, but it's in a good way. It's okay. The shoulders are very hypermobile and they can move in all kinds of directions. And so, in essence, it is kind of dislocating, but in an okay way. Now, you want to hold as wide as you can. If you are able to do this comfortably, then that's good. Just stay right there. Now, if you're having to kind of go, and it hurts, only go back as far as you can until it starts to feel like that, and then just come back over. But eventually, and maybe you want to get a longer stick, you want to get to the point where you can come all the way up, over, and down, and then back over the top to the front there. So let's do 8 more. Inhale up. 7, 6. And as you go along, you'll notice you're starting to get looser, starting to get a little more flexible. Maybe you can hold in a little bit closer, but only if you can do it smoothly and keeping those arms straight, not kind of struggling to get it over the head. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale breath up, exhale open out, inhale reach. Exhale down. Let's just do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Hi-yi-yi. Exhale down. Good job. All right. Shoulders roll around to the back. So next you're going to set the stick in front of you. So if you're on your yoga mat, you want it there at the very top and preferably on your mat so it doesn't slide around if you're on floor. Hardwood floor, that is. So stand with your feet about wider than hip, shoulder width apart. And when your arms are extended, you're standing up straight, that stick should be just right underneath. Now just kind of stack the hands on top. Big inhale breath here. On an exhale breath, soft knees, push the hips back, a little hip hinge. And then as you reach those arms out, drop your head right between those arms. Just stop right here for a moment. Big inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and let your head and chest drop down more. And then just alternate straightening the left leg, bending the right knee. And then switch, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. So notice my hips are a little bit kind of swinging over to the right side. And then they come up and around and swing over to the left. So all the while those chest and shoulder muscles are getting a stretch, we're starting to work into those hips, into those hamstrings, into the lower back. Let's do 2 more swings. So over to the right, inhale through the middle, and exhale over to the left. Inhale, and then exhale, tuck the tail down, roll it up, scoop that belly in, and come all the way up. Let's do that again. So bring that stick out a little farther that way. So if it was directly under here, then just kind of right out there. Got that? Inhale. And then exhale. Soft knees, push the hips back, reach those arms out. Bring your head right in between the biceps first. Stay there. Inhale. And then exhale. Go ahead and let your head, chest, and shoulders just kind of sink down towards the floor. Now, straighten the left leg, swing your hips even more to the right side. Inhale through the center. Exhale, swing your hips over to the left a lot and let that right leg get fully extended. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend the right knee, left leg stays straight. Inhale, center. And then exhale, bend the left knee, right leg stays straight. Inhale, breath. And then exhale, let the head, chest, and shoulders just kind of sink down. And then keeping the legs straight, now let's just sort of angle the upper body. So you're kind of stretching the arms over there to the right corner and maybe pull that left hip back. Come to the center, inhale. And then exhale, angle the arms over to the left and then kind of drop that right hip back. Good, inhale, center. And then exhale, breath. Scoop that belly in, tuck the tail down, roll all the way up to the top. How we doing? Should be feeling nice and warm. Feel like that blood is flowing. Shake out your legs. Okay, so next we're going to go into some kneeling position. So I want you to step your left foot back. Go ahead and just set the stick kind of to the right side of you, and then big giant step forwards with the right, and then just drop down into a kneeling position. So you want this knee directly underneath your hip, and then this stick is going to come right back out here in front of your right toes. So take an inhale breath, and then on an exhale, bend the knee in towards that stick. Arms are stretched out up on top. And as you're coming forwards here, you should start to feel a wonderful stretch and opening up in your left hip. Hip flexors, quadriceps. Now push with your right foot to come back up, inhale. And then do it again. Exhale, breath, bending that right knee in towards the stick. Stretch those arms out. Let that left hip stretch and open. Good. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale, breath. Bending that right knee. Stretch those arms out. And then let that left hip stretch. Just breathe right here. Inhale. Exhale it out. Good. Now keep your left hand up here on top. Drop the right hand down to the floor, just maybe right beside your foot here. And then can you kind of swing the stick slightly over to the right and look over your right shoulder? So you should feel this long line of pull from your left hand all the way down the shoulder, the side body, the hip, and just breathe. Good. Now slowly come back up, place the right hand on top, and then come up to that start kneeling position. I want you to pick up your left foot and back and then just kind of flip it over there. So now your right toes are facing the right, hips kind of facing this direction. Right hand up here on top of that stick. So that stick again is right in front of your right toes. So take an inhale breath. And then on the exhale, bend your knee in towards the stick. But now, because you're facing this way, it's going to be much more of an inner thigh hip opener this way. And then just go ahead and stretch this left arm over. You can just stack it right on top of that right hand. And just breathe. Good, now pushing down with that right foot into the floor, come back up, inhale. And then exhale, bending that right knee again. So opening up through the right and left inner thighs. Stretch your left arm over. You can just kind of rest your head there on your bicep. Hang out and breathe. And then one more time. So push with the right leg. Inhale, breath here. And then exhale, breath. Bending the right knee. Stretch this left arm over and just breathe. Good, and then come back up, inhale. And then exhale, turn back to face this way. And then you're just going to swing that right knee back around. So now you're in a high kneeling position. And then bring that stick in a little bit closer. Hands up on top, inhale. And then exhale. It's like you're trying to go into an extended child's pose, but you can't because you're kind of stuck right here. And it should feel really good. Good, now tuck the tail, draw the belly in, round and roll it all the way up. Okay, so let's just do the other side. So set your left foot out there in front. So again, you're in this kneeling position where this knee is directly underneath the hip. And then you're gonna set that stick right out there in front of your toes. Hands are up on top. Inhale, breath. And then on an exhale, bend the knee in towards the stick. And as you come forwards, opening up this right hip now and stretching into those quads. So just simply hang out here and breathe. Good, now push with that foot, come back up, inhale. And then exhale, breath. Bend that knee, come back in. Good, push with that foot, come back up again, inhale, breath. And then exhale, breath. Bending that knee, coming in, and just stretch. So you're stretching your hamstrings and glutes here, but probably where you feel the stretch the most is going to be on this right hip and quadricep, right? Good, inhale, come up. And then exhale, breath. This time when you come forwards here, I want you to drop this left hand down and just simply stretch. Try to reach that right arm way out beyond the edge of the mat there. Wonderful stretch. All right, come back up, hands on top. Now, inhale, breath. Pick up that back foot like that and then just flip it over there. So your left toes are still facing that way. I'm going to be kind of turning my back to you. You're probably kind of turning your back to me. We won't take it personally. So as you bend that left knee in towards the stick, stretch this left arm out, reach the right arm up and over and just place it on top of the stick there with the left hand. And then you're kind of resting the side of your head onto the biceps. Good, now come back up, inhale. Exhale, go again. So bending that left knee, coming in towards the stick, reach the arm over your head. One more time, inhale, breath, come on up. And then exhale, breath, last time, reach up and over, and just breathe. Good, now come back up, inhale. Exhale, flip that foot back around and then just bring this knee here. Bring your stick in a little bit closer and let's just take it into this stretch where we simply let the chest hang down. Let your head be heavy. Arms are straight. Good, now tuck the tail downwards, roll it up, round it all the way up. And then relax. And let's just set that stick down for a moment there, just beside you. And then I want you to walk your hands out towards the top of the mat here. Scoot your knees back and scoot the knees out wide. Inhale, breath. On an exhale breath, push the sit bones back, drop the head and chest down, and now we go into that wonderful extended child's pose stretch. Rest the forehead down on the mat. You're going to press the hands down, lift your head up, inhale breath as you come up. Exhale, right hand stacks on top, sink into the right shoulder and look underneath your left arm. Good, come back up, inhale breath, look forwards. Exhale, left hand stacks on top of the right, and then we sink into the left shoulder, looking underneath the right arm. Just breathe. Good, and then coming back up, inhale, breath. And then exhale, elbows drop, palms up, touch the base of your neck. Stretch those triceps. Release the hands back out, flip your palms over, and then stay on your forearms. Just shift forwards, toes tuck under and back. Inhale. Exhale, breath, straighten the legs, feet together, knees together, and push your sit bones up for dolphin stretch here. And then walk it out. So I want you to try to press your heel all the way down to the back of the mat there, feeling that stretch all across that calf muscle and back. Push your heel down and push your other heel down, just kind of walking it out slowly. Good, feeling even the arches of your feet getting a wonderful stretch. Good, now both legs super straight. Bring your hands together. Inhale, breath, right leg goes straight up. So nice split in your legs. Exhale, bend the knee, scoop your belly in, shift your shoulders forwards. Try to bring your knee towards your right triceps. Go back up with a straight leg, inhale. Exhale, do that again. So you're going to bend the knee, you're going to scoop the belly, shift forwards, knee to the triceps, and then go back up, inhale. And then exhale, lower your foot down next to the left. Same thing. Left leg goes up, inhale, breath. Exhale, bend the knee, scoop your belly, draw the belly in, knee to the triceps. Go back up, inhale, reach your toes up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bend the knee, scoop your belly, lift your hips, stay high with the hips, knee comes to the triceps, and then all the way up you go, inhale. And then exhale, lower your foot down next to the right. Good, now drop down onto your knees. Place the hands right under the shoulders. Inhale, let the belly drop, head up. Exhale, breath round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, breath, arch, head up. And then exhale, breath, round. Tuck the toes under, walk the hands further out in front. Shift into plank, top of a push-up. So nice straight body line from your shoulders down to the heels. Try to pull the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, breath. Exhale, send the sit bones up. Press your heels down to the back of the mat, super straight arms. And let's walk it out here. Shift the weight back and forth from one foot to the other. All right, feet together, super straight legs. Let's do a little three-leg dog action, shall we? So right leg is going to reach back and up, up, up. And your best split, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, scoop your belly in, and let's come into plank and draw that knee towards your elbow there. Go back up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, scoop your belly, lift the hips, and then come into plank. Hold it there. Inhale, straight leg up. Exhale, breath, lower the foot down next to the left. Same thing here. Left leg goes straight up, inhale, breath. Exhale, bend the knee, scoop your belly in, lift the knee. towards your elbow. You are in plank. Do it again. Inhale, breath, straight leg up you go. Exhale, breath. Bend the knee, scoop your belly, tuck the chin, tuck the belly, knee to the elbow or triceps, and then up you go. Inhale, breath. And then exhale, set your foot down next to the other. And then from there, you are going to walk your feet to the center of the mat, but out wide. Soft knees. Grab your elbows, hang upside down, and just breathe. Shift and sway, swing it side to side, whatever feels good here for you. A little twist and turn. All right, release the hands down to the floor. Lift your head up. Let's see if you can straighten your legs completely, sliding the hands up the shin bones. So they're just below your kneecaps there, those hands, and then you lengthen your spine out there. Exhale, breath. Soften the knees and fold. Do it again. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, fold. Good. Now, if your stick is nearby, I want you to grab a hold of it. Put it right there in front of your toes. Grab a hold of it, overhand grip, and then straighten your legs, tuck the chin, roll it up like a rag doll. Nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. And then your head is last to come up. Shoulders roll around to the back. All right, so take the stick. We're going to bring it behind the back here. So right across the small of your back, and then you're going to hook your arms over just like that. So make sure there's like even length on either side here, so it's not like a whole bunch over there on the left and nothing on the right. So about equal stick length there. All right, so standing with the feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Tuck the tail, shoulders back and down, arms kind of pushing into the stick. In other words, you're trying to keep it pressed against that lower back. So stand tall, inhale, breath, pushing that way. On an exhale breath, I'm going to bend the knees, but not too much, because what I want to do is turn to the left and try to get this stick inside of that right thigh. Got that? So you're here, you bend the knees a little bit, you turn left and then bend over and try and get that stick right inside of the knee. And then just as you kind of push with that right arm, it's going to open up your chest. Look up there to the ceiling. Good, and then coming back up nice and slow, inhale. And then once again, exhale, bend the knees, rotate, bring that stick inside of the right knee, and then just turn to look up. Good, and then back to the center, come on up, inhale. Let's go the other way. So exhale, breath, bend the knees, and as you kind of turn to the right, let this stick come inside of that left inner thigh. Got that? So as you get there, you're already going to feel a stretch in this right side of the chest and shoulders, because that stick is pushing you back. Good. Slowly come back up, inhale. And then again, exhale, bend the knees, slight hip hinge, rotate to the right, place the stick inside, and then just stretch right there. Good, and then come back up, inhale. Woohoo! Exhale, drop the stick down. Bring it here in front of you and just set it again on the mat right in front of your toes. Bring your feet out kind of wide. Inhale, breath. On an exhale, straight legs this time. Reach the arm out. Slide just the right hand down to the bottom of the stick and then turn to look up at your left hand there. Good. Now slowly kind of roll it up. Scoop the belly. Come all the way up to the top. Inhale. And then exhale, straight legs, push the hips back, slide your left hand down the stick all the way to the bottom if you can, and then turn your head to look up at that right hand. Good, and then roll it up nice and slow, taking your time coming up. One more time each side. Inhale, breath. And then on the exhale, push your hips back. Drop that right hand down to the bottom of the stick and then look up at your left hand there. Can you bend your right knee just a little bit? Don't fall over. Keep your balance. And then straighten that right leg. Good, and then just roll it all the way back up to the top. Inhale. And then exhale, straight arms out. Slide that left hand all the way down to the bottom of the stick if you can. And then turn your head right. Maybe just bend that left knee a little bit. Good, and then straighten that leg and then roll it all the way up. Inhale. And then exhale, breath. Bring the stick here in front. And we're going to do one more deal with the stick, and then we'll just take it down to the mat and do a little bit more traditional yoga stuff. So feet pretty wide apart here. And then set the stick directly to the right. Pick up your right toes and spin them to the right. And then stretch your left arm up. So inhale, breath. And then exhale, take it over here into a nice side body stretch. Looks like triangle pose. Good, now push down with your right hand into the stick as this left arm comes all the way up and down. And then let's go once again. So inhale, float this left arm up. Exhale, kind of push your hips back that way and take it into a nice side stretch. Good, now come back up, inhale. Exhale down. Pull the right toes forwards, and we're just going to take it to the other side. So bring your stick over here to your left, and then pick up your left toes, spin them to the left. Now I'm going to bend my knee a little bit just because that's what I need to do for me. But if you can stay with a straight leg, then I want you to do that. So inhale, breath. Stretch this right arm up. Exhale, take it over. Wonderful stretch for that whole right side of the body. Should feel great. Good, now come back up, inhale. And then if you can, keep this leg straight. I have to bend my knee a little bit. Inhale, reach this arm back up overhead. Exhale, take it into this wonderful side angle pose stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, face straight on. And then you can just drop the stick down. Turn to face the right, and then let's wiggle your left toes back, coming into a crescent lunge. So stretch both arms up over your head here. Inhale. On an exhale breath, hinge at the hips, float your arms out to the back for airplane arms. From there, come right back up into crescent lunge. Inhale, look up. And then exhale breath, hip hinge, and then float your arms to the back. One more time, inhale, breath, reach those arms up. And then exhale, breath, hip hinge, and then float your arms to the back. Can you interlace and stretch those arms up? And then drop your chest down even more. Breathe. Good, release, come all the way up, inhale. And then exhale, breath, hands to the mat there. Step back into down dog stretch. One long breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Good, now lift your head up. You're going to step your left foot right up there in between the hands. And we do crescent lunge on this side. So chest and head up. Inhale, reach the arms over the head. And then exhale, breath, hip hinge, and then float your arms to the back for airplane arms. Come back up, inhale, crescent lunge, look up. And then exhale, breath, hip hinge, float the arms to the back. One more time, inhale, breath, reaching up, crescent lunge. Exhale, breath, leaning forwards, and then float those arms to the back. Interlace the awkward way with your hands. Lift the arms up. Bring your chest over more. Release. Come on up. Inhale. Arms up. And exhale breath, hands to the mat. Step on back into down dog stretch. One long breath here, inhale. Exhale. Good, now from here, come into plank, top of a push-up, inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees, uncurl your toes. I want you to come all the way down to your stomach and then stretch your arms out to the sides there. So this is always going to be a little tricky because of this here on my chest, but I will do my best to show you what we're going to do. So you're going to bend your right knee. You're going to lift the right thigh up. So kind of push your toes up to the ceiling and then rotate your torso. See if you can touch your toe to the floor. And then you can just rest the left side of your head on the mat. So here we're opening up the whole front side of the body, the hip, the quad, getting a nice rotation in the lumbar spine. And just slowly roll back to center. And then we're going to do the other side. So bend the left knee, inhale. Exhale, lift the thigh up and then just rotate. So you're going to set your toes down on the floor over there to the right and then just let the right side of your head rest there on the mat. Good, coming back to the stomach, face down. Let's do one more on each side. So inhale, breath, bending the right knee. Exhale, lift the leg up and then rotate. Spinning over there to the left and then walk that right hand out. Feel that wonderful stretch. If you're able to grab a hold of your toe or your foot, try and do that. Get a little deeper stretch there. Good, release and then just facing back down. Head down towards the mat. Inhale, bend that left knee. Exhale, breath, lift that thigh up and then rotate your torso over here, stretching that left arm out. And if you can, find your foot with your right hand. Kind of running out of room here, crashing into the wall. You just do what you can. Try to rest the side of your head there on the floor. As you release out of that, just come back to face down position, hands right beside your chest, elbows in close. Lift the head and chest up, inhale. And then on an exhale breath, tuck your chin, round your back, push all the way back into child's pose stretch. Good, now from here, I want you to come up onto all fours, but you're going to step your right foot really, really close to the left knee. And then just spin the fingers around this way, so fingertips are pointing back towards that left knee. Now take an inhale breath, and then on an exhale, you're going to kind of lean back this way until you feel a stretch in your forearms. And then do it again. Let's scoot that left knee in closer. Inhale. And then exhale, kind of leaning back. And then once again, come forwards. This time, bring that left knee all the way up next to the right foot. And then as you come back, sit all the way down on that left heel and feel that wonderful stretch in the forearms as well. Good, now come out of that and then sit back down on your heel. Take your left arm up, right hand on the floor right beside your hip. Inhale. And then exhale, rotate to the right. See if you can bring your arm on the outside of that thigh. Lift up and then rotate around to the right. Look over your shoulder. Good, and then release back to the front. And let's just set that all up on the other side. So hands come here in front, and then set the right knee down and bring your left foot right there. So it's a pretty close stance. And then spin the fingertips around, facing back. So inhale, breath. On an exhale, just lean back a little bit. Try to keep your arms straight till you feel a stretch there. Good. Come forward, slide. Inhale. And then exhale, sitting back a little bit more. Come back up, inhale. Slide that knee all the way up or pull that foot all the way back. And then exhale, sit all the way back onto that heel if you can. Try to keep the heel of your hand down so you're stretching into those forearm muscles. Good, and then come out of that and then stretch the right arm straight up, inhale. Exhale, left hand behind you there. Turn your torso. Try to bring that arm on the outside of this thigh. And then as you sit tall, rotate around. Look over that left shoulder to the back. Wonderful stretch for your spine. Good, and then release slowly. And then from here, just go ahead and have a sit, and then extend the legs straight out in front, and you just kind of shake, shake. All right, and then scoot forwards just a little bit. Bring the hands underneath your thighs, inhale. And then exhale, let's just roll back onto your back. Draw the knees in, and then rock it side to side. Good, now set your feet down on the mat but out wide. You can place the hands across your hip bones. So what we're gonna do is just kind of like windshield wiper knees, so let both knees fall left, both knees fall right. So we're just kind of rocking back and forth across the glutes as we internally and externally rotate those hips. So knees go right and knees go left. A couple more times, just getting it nice and loose. Now let both knees fall to the left. Stay there. Pick up your left foot, park it on top of that right knee, and just use that foot to push it down. And then stretch both arms over your head. Good. Take your foot off of that knee. Bring your hands back down over those hip bones, and then just a little rock and roll again from side to side. Windshield wiper knees, just side, up and over, other side. Just allow that hip to come up off the floor. We're just trying to really open up the hips. And then one more, and now drop both knees over to the right side, and then pick up your right foot, park it on top of the left outside knee, and then just use that foot to push down, down, down. So you feel that stretch come all the way up here, and then reach the arms over your head and breathe. Inhale. And exhale it out. Again, inhale, breath. Exhale, push down a little more with that foot. Good. Take your foot off and then bring the knees up and then walk your feet together and then let the soles of the feet come together, the knees out. And then just hands right there on those inner thigh muscles, pressing your legs open. Good. Now just release the arms back over your head. Full stretch there. Inhale. And then exhale, relax. Okay, now slide the hands right underneath your thighs there, and then help kind of close the legs together slowly. And then you're going to cross the right thigh all the way over the left. You're going to pick both feet up off the floor. From here, dive your hands up and over, grab a hold of your ankles, flex your feet, And then as you rest the shoulders and head back down, I want you to pull your elbows down towards the floor, getting that nice stretch through your glutes. Good, now from there, just simply straighten the legs all the way up. You're going to uncross and then recross the other way. You're going to bend the knees, flex your feet, reach up and over, again grabbing a hold of your ankles, and then as you rest the shoulders and head down, you're going to bend the elbows, draw the legs apart, stretching into those glutes, and you can do a little rocking motion side to side if that feels good. Okay, now slowly extend the legs up straight, feet together, and then bend the knees to make a diamond shape. So the soles of the feet are together. You're going to dive through with your hands, grab a hold of your feet, and then draw the feet down towards the belly, knees out wide. So it's like butterfly stretch on your back here, and then a little rocking motion from side to side. And then just breathe, draw the feet into the belly. Good, and then slowly extend the legs back up, and then from there just draw the legs in however far they come in towards your face comfortably. That's just where they go. So you can grab behind the knees, the calves, the ankles, and then just draw those legs in. Good, and then bend the knees and set your feet down. And then extend the legs long across the floor. Stretch the arms long behind you there. Full body stretch, inhale. And then exhale, relax. Okay, now just kind of shake your legs out to a wide V and then roll the legs in and out, just sort of letting your feet flop. Just kind of jostling the legs, get all that tension out, and then relax the arms down away from your sides. The shoulders are relaxed, the palms are up, fingers are gently curled and relaxed. And then maybe lift your head up and just tuck the chin a little closer to the chest to lengthen your neck. And with your eyes closed, let's just stay here for a couple of long breaths. So deep inhale, breath through the nose. Long exhale, breath out. Again, big inhale breath through the nose, filling up your lungs. And a long exhale, breath out. Once more, big inhale breath through the nose, filling up your lungs. Long exhale, breath out. And wiggle your toes a little bit, wiggle your fingers, circle together, wrists and ankles around, and then go the other direction. Okay, now bend the knees, set your feet flat to the floor, and then grab behind the knees, drawing them in. And then tuck your chin towards your chest. Think about bringing your forehead up towards your knees. Make a connection. And then front to back, rolling. And roll all the way up to sit. And then we're going to use the stick to do one more thing, just to sign off here. I want to show you one more stick exercise stretch for your shoulders. So grab a hold of that, and we're going to come up to stand. So go ahead and find your way up. So hold your right arm here, elbow even with your shoulder. Swing that stick around behind your arm, and with the thumb facing your head, grab a hold of the stick. So it's just like that, and then you're going to grab underneath, just like that. And as I lift this left arm up, it rotates my right arm back. So this is a rotator cuff stretch. So let's just do a couple of these on each side. So pull back, and then over. Let's do 3 more. Back you go, and then over. 2 more, and then over, and then back, and then over. Good, and then just take it over to the other side. So left arm out to the side, the stick comes behind, and then you grab a hold, and then you grab underneath there, and as you lift this arm up, it's going to rotate, stretching out your rotator cuff. So it looks like this from the side. There's 2. Let's just do 3 more. Come on. Pull it up, and back, 2 more, and then up. Good job. All righty. We are done. How you feel? Should feel all stretched out and loose. Go make you some ginger tea, and I'll see you tomorrow for upper body workout. All right, using weights and using bands. We're just going to get the whole setup. So if you've got the band set up where you can hook it over a door, then go ahead and do that now. Set your area up if you can, so it's all ready for you tomorrow. And I'll see you in the morning. Have a great Thursday. Bye.